announcement, man. We're gonna tone it down. We're gonna bring it down a couple of notches, bring down the volume. Um, I feel, when I first created the channel, I was expecting to create any courses, to create even CodingPhase.com, share my story, see for other people that are tired, right? And to get into the game and to come in and see like, damn, if this guy who I can relate to, who might be just like me, right, or come with from the same background, etc., if he can do it, I can do it too. Okay. I feel like, this neat programming, software engineering, etc., you know, might not be ready for somebody like me to really share all his stories or share his point of views or share how he feels about certain things. And well, I'm over here just being honest with people. I'm over here just being myself. Sometimes I feel like people want you to be something that you may not be that. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of these people, they're not ready to see an individual like myself in this game who just keeps it real. Okay. So at the same time, I'm just gonna come here, do my videos, have fun, right? But we're gonna come here and just drop videos about programming and sharing that. That's it. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Just give you guys the content that you guys are here for, the content that you guys are subscribed to the channel. And that's it. Keep it like that. Because I feel bad. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine you just like a regular dude, a regular guy, just coming in here into this channel, and you never been around no New York guys. You never been around, like you don't know what the hood is. You know what I mean? It's like I'm kind of bringing you into that world, introducing you to that world. Sometimes when we do this live streams and we crack some jokes and be animated, we this and that, we screaming at the microphone, etc. But some of these people, they're not used to that. You get what I'm saying? They're not used to that. So at the same time, I don't want to scare them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like some people get scared or something. But at the end of the day, guys, just know that none of these things is something that I was planning to do. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't planning to create CodingPhase.com, CodingPhase the YouTube channel. Like I'm just a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to be professional. This is something too that people have to understand. Like when you see me, you're seeing Joe. This is Joe. Joe Santos. Hey, what up, bro? Da da da. This how I am with my friends. You know what I'm saying? This is how I come to this channel and I have fun like that. If I'm not like that, then I'm not having fun with YouTube. Okay? Um, but at the end of the day, I do understand. I don't know why people always calling me. But I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it funky with you guys, and I'm gonna tone it down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tone it down. Maybe on Instagram we could, while out, maybe on Instagram we'll do a little quick Instagram videos and live streams there where we talk about certain things. But here I'm just gonna keep it just code, programming, how to get a job, how to get your money as a developer, and that's it, man. I'm gonna just tone it down. Yeah, cause some people get scared. It's like, yo, he's talking about a blicky. Yeah, we got the blicky on us. You know what I'm saying? It's Florida. So yeah, so I saw a post. I'm like, yo, people are funny, man. But I'm gonna just tone it down, man. I'm gonna tone it down. Look, man, we're gonna tone it down. We're just gonna keep it about code, and that's it. You know. At the end of the day, just know I'm not trying to be professional. This is the thing that you gotta understand. I'm not trying to be professional, right? Because I'm not a professional salesman. When you come to this YouTube channel is not for me to be like, hey, well, Joe is a professional instructor who is here to sell you some courses, and Joe is gonna be just this fucking this make-believe character to make sure everything is PC and this and that. It's like, nah, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy, and I'm sharing the things that have worked for me, and I teach the things that can get you into a job, and we do that at CodingPhase.com, right? I teach it to people because people want me to teach it to them, not because I want to do it, not because I want to be like, well, I'm becoming a millionaire off CodingPhase.com. Nah, guys sell courses full price. Guys come in here, they swindle themselves into the game of YouTube to sell courses, sell you some shit. Here's a CSS course, $50, $100. Here's a freaking tutorial how to do a CRUD app. Here's $100. Nah, you know what I do? I come in, I give you everything that I know, and I teach it to you for $20 and with a 50% off. That's $10. You know what I mean? I'm only trying to teach you what I know. I don't teach anything that's beyond my knowledge and things that I cannot do for myself and that I'm not doing myself. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm open for criticism. I'm open for anything. But at the same time, you know, the criticism of like, damn, this guy is not professional. I'm not trying to be professional. I'm not a professional salesman. I'm not a professional guy trying to sell you some courses. This is not what I created this YouTube channel for. That we have courses? Yeah, we have courses because people want me to teach it to them. So I can't go do one-on-one sessions. That's impossible. So what I can do is record all of my knowledge and everything that I know and put it into a course so the majority of people could get in there and use it. The knowledge that I've invested time, invested money to learn. That's it, right? But on this channel, I just come here to hang out and talk to you guys and meet cool people, and that's it. Um, but I do understand that some people, they're not from this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you imagine some little dweeb dude like, yo, man, it's like, Joe, I'm just here for my code, and that's it. It's like, and you're telling us stories. You go into stories. Give me a tutorial. Give me a like. That's what you want. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? But understand that that's not what I came here for. I didn't come here to YouTube to be a professional, to be like, well, guys, I gotta be a professional developer instructor. Nah, that's not what I do. You know, if you want to learn from me, you can learn from me. I can teach you a lot, and I could break down, like what everybody says. There's a million instructors out there, right? But I break it down where I make it easy. I try to bring it down to simple English, simple examples that you could retain the knowledge and you could take it and run with it and start building things on your own. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. You know, some people's like, yo, your stories are the best as well. Keep them coming. Uh, what you said about people needing to invest in themselves before anybody else invests in them was extremely important for people to hear. Yeah. Nonstop Dre says, I like your channel because you keep it real. Google accounts. Google account. Yo, some of you guys are funny, man. Dude is like, yo, I'm not giving you my real name. My name is Google account. Someone got offended. That's what he said. Someone got offended for real. Like, I guess so, or something. I don't know. People get offended all the time, right? But I do think that I gotta tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a public forum, right? Like, you don't need to, like, I don't know who's out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, on this YouTube shit, how many people is against you? Like, there's people that, you know, that they'll go after you. They'll take a little clip, a little sound bite, and they'll try to fucking, uh, break down everything that you are or everything that you built from one sound bite, just for the hell of it, just because they're mad, just because they're unsuccessful, just because they're having a horrible day, and they just like, hey man, I wanna bring this guy down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is normal to me. All this stuff is normal to me. But for some dude that might just be watching this shit, might just be like, damn man, I ain't know about this, I ain't know about that. I thought we was here for coding, and this is YouTube. This is for me to have fun. This is like, when I come here to this live streams, this is just for me to have fun. Okay? It's nothing crazy. Now, I do want to announce for everybody that has come to CodingPhase.com, has gotten a job, has gotten an opportunity, has started freelancing, has started creating their Shopify applications, right? We're going to create a section called the CodingPhase Hall of Fame, okay? So if you are working because of CodingPhase, if you feel we've brought value to your journey as a developer while you're learning and you're getting results, email me, codingphase@gmail.com, right? Send me a picture of yourself if you want to. If you don't want to put a picture, just send me a paragraph. Share the knowledge that, or the experience that you had here at CodingPhase, because I also, I have a lot of emails of people that have sent me emails like, hey man, I just got a job. Thanks, yo, da da da. Or even on the ASAP developers group. And I never really posted it. Like, I don't really go and post everything on Coding Phase. I don't even have a testimonial section on my website, because I also like to, respect people's privacy. If somebody comes in and tells me, hey Joe, share my story, I'll go share it on Instagram, or sometimes I'll post it on a community tab. But what we're going to be doing from now on is we're going to have a section called Coding Phase Hall of Fame. And that Hall of Fame is going to have uh, you know, each individual that has came here, has had success, has gotten their job, has gotten to make money as a developer because of the courses in here. And it doesn't have to be like, damn, I only took coding phase courses, because it's impossible, right? It's impossible for somebody to just say, it does happen, but I'm not gonna be, how can I say this? I'm not gonna be ignorant and say, damn, a person is only taking my courses. Nah, people take multiple courses. I mean, I did that. When I was learning how to code, I was on Team Treehouse, Pluralsight, CodeSchool.com. I was on Tuts Plus. Like, I was like in four different, five, six, seven different resources that I was using to learn how to code. I was on YouTube. I was on forums. I was on Stack Overflow. Like, it's impossible for somebody to just say, hey, you became a developer because of me. It's impossible, right? Now, if you feel like you've had a great experience at Coding Phase and you've gotten some good results, go ahead, email me, codingphase@gmail.com. And yeah, I'll post you up there in the Coding Phase, you know, Hall of Fame. So for those of you guys that want to be up there, let me know. I'll put you up there, and also too, I'll link to your websites, to your portfolio, to your if you want your LinkedIn, whatever it is that you want to add to it. It's basically, you're gonna have your own page within codingphase.com. It's a great way for you to also get SEO backlinks. Codingphase.com gets about 10,000 unique visitors per day. So, it's actually pretty good for you. It's going to also help you guys out. And also, too, this is how you build a digital image of yourself online, and build a brand as a developer. So you could always use us for that, right? So definitely, again, So those are the two things that I wanted to announce, right? We're gonna tone it down. We're just gonna focus on the code. We're gonna focus on the things that is gonna bring you guys results. And yeah, and just know, like, guys, whoever's watching this, like, I'm just a regular dude, man. I'm not perfect, right? I'm just a regular person. Like, you see, there's a lot of people that is out here and they seem like they perfect and they seem like they have like they don't do anything outside of coding. Like, you go and follow a guy on Twitter or you go and follow a guy on YouTube, and all of their content is just programming. It's all about, hey guys, a web development this. Hey, here's a CSS snippet. Here's a JavaScript snippet. That's not what I do. I'm a regular person. I got regular things that happens to me. If you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk to you guys about, hey, I had a great day today. Hey, I just finished putting some new floors in my house. Hey, I just took my kids to the park. Hey, I just hanged out with some friends. Hey, I just met up with a subscriber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a regular dude. Like, I'm sorry if you feel like a certain type of way of, like, man, this guy he shares too much, or or something, or like, somebody I saw somebody say, oh, he's arrogant. I'm not arrogant. You have to give yourself props because nobody's gonna do it for you. Always remember that, right? If you don't lift yourself up, who's gonna do it for you? Because most people, what they're gonna do is they're gonna hate. Most people is gonna bring you down. Your own friends, your own family members, right? Everybody, when I started in this game, you don't know what I've been through, right? Like, I had to go through a whole bunch of interviews. I had to go and, argue with family members like, hey man, it's like, oh, you need to get a job, you need to go to work. I'm at home trying to learn how to code, right? Nobody believed in me. Everything that I have is because I got it. You know what I mean? I'm an immigrant, first generation immigrant in this country. I built myself up. You know what I'm saying? Got my freaking house, got my kids. I live comfortably, you know, freaking nobody's missing anything. We could get whatever the hell we want to get, right? Yeah, does it sound arrogant? Yeah. But you know what? That's what happens when you never had anything and you work for it. When you have to go through that struggle of making sure that what you envision in your mind becomes true, it's not that you're arrogant. It's more like, shit, nobody's gonna give me an award for this. I gotta give myself an award. I gotta hype myself up. I don't need no hype man. You know what I mean? Like, there's a great line that, sorry for cursing, because that's another thing too. I guess people don't like it if I curse. But this is another thing too, right? Here's a line from Kanye West. Kanye West he said in a line, right? He said, I don't need your pussy. Bitch, I'm on my own dick. What does that mean? I don't need you to be hyped for me or to support me or to do anything for me. I support myself. I lift myself up. I put myself here. You know what I'm saying? All the accomplishments that I create for myself, it's me. Nobody else is doing it. I don't got no help. I don't, as you guys can see, I don't got no help from nobody. I don't get no support from nobody. I've never had no co-workers, no colleagues, no this, and nobody helps me for nothing. I'll make it happen, right? Like, this is how my life is. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I don't lift myself up, shit, who else is gonna do it? Who else is gonna come in and be like, dang, applaud? Hey, Joe was in freaking 9 years ago was in a Saturn View that used to turn off. I was in 2012 in a Saturn View that would turn off every single time that I would drive it. It would die in the freaking highway. Every in the snow, I had to turn it off for a little bit, then turn it back on so the starter could start the car. Like, shit. If now I'm in $100,000 car, shit, I gotta fucking lift myself up. This is an accomplishment. I made it happen. Nobody else did nothing for me. I made it happen. When I share these things with you, it's to uplift you, and so you could get motivated and you could see, shit, this is what happens when you work hard. And you don't really need nobody. You can make it happen on your own. It's like the other day when I said on the live stream, stop waiting on anybody. You don't need to wait on anybody. If you're not getting that job, there's a million ways for you to get paid. When nobody was hiring me, nobody was giving me the opportunity, I was on Craigslist, hustling, getting websites. You know, I was selling freaking websites for $100, 6 pages, making it responsive, adding JavaScript, uploading it to the website, changing the website from regular HTML, CSS to then making it into a WordPress website for $150. Fast forward 9 years later, now we charging for those type of websites $5,000, $2,500. Now we got clients for Shopify charging $10,000. I got people that work for me now. I made it happen. If I don't give myself an award, if I don't uplift myself, who else is going to do it? Nobody. You get what I'm saying? Nobody's going to do it for me. So if you feel like, damn, Joe sound arrogant, it's not arrogant, bro. You're seeing me taste the success. I just got success now. I'm just tasting it after mad years of hard work, mad years of working for companies, staying late. Companies want you to work at freaking after hours, going at 8 o'clock in the morning, come out of work at 7 o'clock at night. That's what you're seeing now. The success of getting out of that world and making shit happen for myself. Does it sound arrogant? Maybe. But at the end of the day, that's what happens when you work hard. I'm a great representation of what happens when all the cards are against you and you still make it happen. That's what I try to do on this channel. You know what I'm saying? That I'm going to tone it down. I'm going to tone it down. Because at the end of the day, I do understand that some people, are not comfortable. And at the same time, some people, might get turned off because they're so used to seeing freaking, people with no flavor, no sauce. And that's fine. I understood what I was getting myself into when I created a YouTube channel. I knew how this shit was. This is why I didn't create a channel in 2012. Because if I would have created a channel in 2012 when I was just starting, it would have been even worse. Imagine, I get so much criticism and so much shit that people talk about me. And shit, I got 9 years of experience. I've been doing this for a long time. Imagine if I would have came in here 2 months in and like, hey guys, I'm starting to learn how to code. Hey guys, the hate that people will still throw at me, it would have been crazy. Now when I come in here is because I know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm animated. Yeah, I freaking added some extra energy, but that's to make the channel fun. So it's not bland. Okay? But do understand, like, I'm just a regular person. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted to do. This shit fell on my lap. I actually lose money by creating courses, which is why I'm now switching back to creating software as a service. I'm not earning shit. Like, I could go in and open up the books of CodingPhase. CodingPhase is not making like $1 million. There's guys that make way more money than me because they sell each course. If I sold each course at $20, $25, $100, whatever it could be, I will make way more money. I'm here trying to help people out. I'm here freaking creating a whole bundle of courses and giving you access to become a front-end developer, back-end developer, Become a full stack developer for $20 with a 50% off discount. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about it, like, really, you know what I mean? Again, I'm just a regular dude, you know? Shout out to everybody in here. The Ghost says, can I go straight into Shopify after I finish your front and back end courses, or do I need job experience? Oh, hell no. You don't need no job experience for Shopify. You really don't need no experience for that, bro. Like, if you have the skills, like, you could go in and start making money for yourself, creating themes, right? Creating a theme, creating an application, right? That's why I'm focusing so much in Shopify, because the reality of life is that not everybody's going to be able to get $100,000 job initially. You probably get a $50,000 job, a $60,000 job. But if you can make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on Shopify on the side, or even before you even get a job, shit, you're good. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even need to have a job or experience. It's like, once you have the skills, start creating your applications, bro. Uh, yeah, man. Again, like I said, we also have, that other announcement that I wanted to say. We have the CodingPhase Hall of Fame. If you feel like you've gotten, some good results from CodingPhase, if you feel like you've gotten some help from CodingPhase, if you feel like we were one of the reasons that you got hired at a company, if you feel like you've gotten results by either freelancing, either selling courses, or selling freaking products or themes or whatever you do now, if we was one of the reasons that you are there at that achievement that you got, at that goal that you wanted to get, and you got it, email me, codingphase@gmail.com. Let me know. We're going to put you up in the CodingPhase Hall of Fame. Okay? Grandmaster J, you put me onto Shopify game and motivated me to grind. Hi, David. How you doing, man? I saw you in Ruin Marino's live earlier. Thank you, man. I'm glad. Let me see. Joe, are you still helping YouTubers get started? Yes, I am. So I haven't gotten through the emails for that yet, because right now I was just finishing the final video for the Shopify app development course. Finally, it's taking so long. But it's 100% complete now. We just basically, tomorrow, I'm actually going to release this here on YouTube too. That video is going to be called The Ultimate Guide to um, submitting your application on the Shopify App Store. So that's something that's going to be completely free for every single one of you guys. Okay? It's actually the final video within the course, but you guys going to get it here for free too. Yeah, man. People call me arrogant too, but I think most people mistake self-belief, motivation, big dreams, cockiness. Screw them. I'm literally where you started right now, hustling, bro. Yeah. Diomedes Lahara says, this is why we here, Joe. We can relate. I appreciate you, Joe. Like Looping says, no, it doesn't sound arrogant. It's your story. Exactly, yeah. And David's like, your Joe's beer's top tier. Yeah, shout out to David, man. Welcome to the community, David. You're gonna have a lot of fun in this community. What we do here is we talk about the development, right? Give you a little rundown on what I do here. We have this YouTube channel. I'm just a regular guy. We freaking try to help people out to learn how to code. We make it super affordable. We try to give everybody an opportunity to get into the game. We have a website where we teach everything that you need to get a job as a developer for $20. Okay, Usually in the description, there's a percent off. So if you click on those links, you're going to get a percentage off. And then from there, we also have some premium courses that are for the yearly members. Now, the reason why we have those premium courses is because those premium courses take way longer to do. Okay. And at the end of the day, it's like right now, like I just finished doing this Shopify app development course, which is from start to finish, right? From zero. Like you don't even need to know how to code. But if you take this course from start to finish, you're going to learn how to code and going to be able to learn how to build Shopify applications, which is super profitable right now. And at the end of the day, I don't know, this freaking course has taken from August till now to finish it because there's a lot of work. It's a full stack application. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that we have to do, right? I have to take a topic that could be complicated and I gotta break it down and make it simple for people to learn. So it takes a lot of time. So that's why those courses aren't on the premium, and that's I only offer that to the people who basically sign up for the year. Because at $10, somebody signs up for $10 and it takes me 4 or 5 months to create that course. I'm not making anything. You know what I'm saying? But at least if you sign up for the whole year, then from there at least I can make a little something, a little $60, $80. You get what I'm saying? For 4 or 5 months of work. But yeah, that's what we do here, man. And we usually come here, we do live streams, we hang out with people, and we hang out. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Bright Power says, I just got back a few hours ago from the Millennium Mall in Orlando, working on Shopify material with homie from DR. That's also a member of the community. Nice. That's hot, bro. Damn, you in Orlando, bro. You gotta let me know. I'll go meet you guys over there, man. There's mad beaties, yo. Not for nothing, bro. Orlando's crazy, man. Shit. I'm married now, but for those of you guys that are single, we went to the mall the other day. I was like, yo, I can't be here. I'm getting nervous. I start sweating. I'm like, yo, hold on. I got wifey, I got kids here with me. Like, let me get out of here. There's too many bad bad chicks in there. I was like, bro, Orlando's crazy. um, yeah, man. But definitely when you guys are meeting up, doing a meetup over there, let me know. I'll drive over there. That's like an hour away. I'm good. I'll definitely show up, bro. Symbol says people mistake humble mentality for arrogance. They don't get it. Most people ain't hustlers. They nine to fires. They yes sir and thank you sir. They please bless me sir. They don't have the mentality, and that's another thing too. That's like somebody was saying too on this post that I saw, and they're like, oh man, it's like he sounds cocky. I asked him a question or something, and I know who it is already just from the comment that he put. And it's like some dude asked me a question, right? It's like you could come to CodingPhase.com, right? But you can't expect me to answer every single question that you could Google. If I come in and I tell you, bro, the same thing that same time that it took you to write down that question that you're asking me, that's what Google is for. You get what I'm saying? Like the questions that I should be asked should be like, hey Joe, could you look at this portfolio? What am I missing? Could you look at my resume? What am I missing here? Joe, I'm stuck here. I don't understand this concept of maybe object-oriented programming with JavaScript. Could you break it down for me? I could come down and say, hey, I'm gonna break it down for you. But if you come in and you tell me, hey Joe, I'm trying to center this image inside of this element, you just asked the same question that you could have asked Google and would have gotten the answer right back. That's not me being arrogant. That's not me being an asshole. That's like me telling you, like, bro, this is what we do as developers. There's times that I don't know everything. I'm just Googling too. Yeah, you never seen those memes where they say, hey man, expectations versus reality. People think that we have all of this knowledge in the top of our brain, It's impossible to remember everything. So what you do is you remember concepts. And if you could go and learn how to write a question or write a certain way, like let's say, think of it as keywords: CSS, centering image. That's it. You put that on Google, the answer is there for you. If I tell you Google it, it's not me being arrogant. It's me just telling you, like, yo, this is what we do. I can't sit down and hold your hand the whole ride. And understand this, that you're not paying for somebody to hold your hand. I'm giving you everything that you need to get higher as a developer, but you also got to put your effort too. Because also understand, I'm giving it to you for $20, $10. You're not paying $1,000 a month. You pay $1,000 a month, shit, I'll sit down with you all day. You're paying $10. You know what I'm saying? You're paying $10. You get what I'm saying? So that's what, that was another thing too that somebody had said. They're like, yo, I asked him a question and he gave me an answer to go and Google it. That's what people do. Like, yo, like, it's not me trying to be arrogant. It's not me trying to be an asshole. It's like, this is what you need to get used to. This is called web development. That's what web developers do. Nobody knows every single thing. Even the guys that are huge, that are working in big companies and creating libraries, they're Googling too. This is not a spelling bee. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to remember every single thing. Remember the concepts and remember how to Google and remember how to find things through the documentation. Sometimes people be like, yo, it's not that I'm trying to be an asshole. It's like, yo, that's what we do. Like, what? You know? Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to teach you how to do this because I'm not going to be there 24/7 for you. You need to learn how to use Google. You need to learn how to use the right resources online to figure these things out that are very simple. Bajima says, I have been following Joe a long time, and honestly, he is a great motivation for me. When I feel depressed or bad, I just open his channel and watching his live streams. Best entrepreneurs on the internet are Joe and Levels. They literally started from scratch. Yeah. I'm glad that I can help you out, man. This is why I created this channel. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna continue saying this. I'm just a regular dude. Like, I'm not trying to be professional. I'm not trying to wear a suit and tie. I'm not trying to come in here and come up with slides for you guys and be like, hey guys, this in today's topic. Nah, that's not what I do. like, like, that's not what I do. You gotta go find that person if that's what you're expecting. That's not me. The mega boy says, bro, when you talk to be funny. It's not out of hate. Don't let critics change you too much. There's a reason why you got popping for you, all of it. Yeah, man. Beyond word, it says, man, I can get turning down some of the language, but overall the main appeal of this channel for me was never coding. The code was part of it, but mainly seeing someone like myself thrive and feel and previously seemed non-accessible to me was encouraging, especially when the journey gets tough. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly why I created this channel. Grandmaster J, Shopify is mad bougie when it comes to publishing themes on their theme store. Yes, but at the end of the day, Shopify is not even the biggest freaking platform for themes. The biggest platform for themes is called Envato. So Envato has themeforest.net, and that's where you need to be going. It will be great to be on the Shopify theme store, but the truth is that they're not accepting new people, and to accept new people, It's like you got to know people at Shopify, like literally. Like you got to have a company, which is one of the reasons why I'm getting my Shopify Plus certification. I'm going through the Shopify, conferences. I'm doing this online meetups, all these things that they do, all the things that they're doing. I'm networking in there. You know, I'm followed by the people from a lot of the people from Shopify. Like I'm networking, like because I wanted that when they see my company, I say, hey man, y'all know me, y'all know what I can do. Let me in, put me in, coach, right? Because also too, getting it on the Shopify theme store, that's super a blessing right there. But they're not doing it for everybody, bro. It's like you need to know people in there. Back in the days, they used to. Now they're not doing it like that. Um, Cole McTarman, Joe's not being arrogant. He's telling us his story. Now he made it. He's one of a kind. I'm really glad I found his community. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you're here. Code for caffeine. Do your Googles. Yeah, man. Like, like it's true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. People need to understand, like, that's what you do as a developer. Your job is to find solutions, right? Solve a problem. If you can't figure out how to solve the problem of centering an image, like, you're not going to make it. Because if you can't use your brain, and this is one of the things that they were saying, he keeps saying, use your brain, use your brain. It's like, literally, use your brain. If you want to get something done and you send me a message, why would you wait 8 hours for me to answer back when Google's right there? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't need me for this. Like, like you don't need me for this thing. There's certain things, there's times that I don't answer certain messages that literally, if you could Google it with the same question that you just asked me, it's the number one answer right there as soon as you put it on Google. Why would I answer it? You're not putting no effort. This is like when people come in and send you an email. Hey Joe, can you help me out? I'm trying to get this job. Can you help me by doing my? They gave me a test, and can you help me out by helping me do the test? If I do that for you, you're not prepared to go to that job. You need to take that test and fail it. So then, like that, you could actually learn from that. If I sit down and I do the test for you, I'm not gonna go and get hired. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that's gonna have to get hired. And then when you're at that job, you're gonna look stupid. When they ask you, hey, could you do this and that? And you be like, well, Joe did the test for me. Like, nah, bro. You're gonna feel real stupid. And it's just me being honest with you. It's Joe question. I keep hearing about web development getting automated soon. What's it take? Bro, it's not gonna get automated. Stop listening to people. They've been saying this since I was getting into the game. I almost didn't become a web developer because literally I was like listening to people like, oh, machine learning, soon the robots. That was in 2011 that people were talking about that. We're in 2020 and people still talking about that. That's like guys that were in the 1980s and be like, well, I'm not gonna go and build a new car because by next year the cars are gonna be flying. So what's the point of me creating the engine for these cars that take gas? You get what I'm saying? Like, stop worrying about something that might not even come in your lifetime. And at the end of the day, this is why you want to get in now, so you can make as much money as you can. If this happens 5, 10 years from now, then you go and switch up on what you're doing. Every 4 or 5 years, you need to innovate and switch up, right? The guys that were stuck in doing a certain thing in 2005, they couldn't find jobs by 2010. The guys that were only doing things that were done in 2010, they couldn't find jobs in 2015. And the guys that were doing things in 2015, they can't get a job today because they didn't keep up with the industry. The industry will come and push you towards where you need to be at. The day that they say, damn, everything is automated, by the time that they say, damn, everything is automated, you have already been going with the flow. You updated yourself too. You updated your skills. By that time, you're already creating the bots. You're already going in there and creating the uh, the back end for those bots to work and be able to generate the front end code. So don't worry about something that people been saying since the 90s. Like, at one point, robots is gonna will be here, and robots is still not gonna be writing the code, bro. Also, too, you gotta remember that machine learning is what we give it as input, right? Those machines are not smart. Those fucking robots, those uh those models, they're not smart. Some of you guys don't understand how this thing works. They're not smart. It's not like, oh, you could just talk to it and it does whatever you tell it to do. It doesn't work like that. It's like, technically, you have to go in and teach it what to do, but they cannot be creative. We have to tell it what's the thing that we want to get done. You know what I'm saying? What could happen is, in the future, instead of us having to type it, we could say, hey, man, now we're talking to it. We say, hey, we want to create a landing page. This landing page is going to have a jumbotron on the top. Is going to have a middle button here. I want this text to bring it up. And then you'll be like, okay, Jarvis, bring it up a little bit. Change the color to light blue. Maybe we'll be using our hands and navigating it and telling it, hey, do this, do that. But it cannot be creative because it's a machine. Some of those guys that they think that the future is gonna be this amazing thing. It's like, nah, bro. It's like a toaster. You tell the toaster, heat up my bread, and it heats up your bread. Now it's not gonna go in there and do a Picasso on your bread. It's not creative like that. You're not gonna go in and put the toaster on and be like, damn, look at the art piece that this toaster did. Nah, it does a job that you tell it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all live too much in the future. You know what I mean? Live now, get your money now, get in the game now. Because what you want to do is 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you want to live somewhere else. You want to move somewhere else. You want to elevate, right? Switch up careers. Who wants to be doing the same thing over and over again for 20, 30 years? Nobody. Even the guys that have gotten to big companies, that work at Google, Facebook, the guys that came in like 2008 and 2005, 2006, working at Facebook, they're not coding. They elevate. You know what I'm saying? They elevate. They jump into other things. Now they're working in the marketing team. Now they're working in the production team. Now they're working in how we could auto scale all of this. How we could do this and that. Machine learning. They're not doing PHP like they were doing in 2007. You want to elevate. That's how it is. That's part of the game. Now, of course, there's gonna be guys that, it's like I always say, there's a hammer and there's a nail. If you're born to be a nail, you're born to be a nail. You can't get past that. It's like destiny. Some people are just born to just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again and never elevate. But the majority of people that know what they want, they switch up every 5-7 years. Look at myself, I came into the game junior developer. Started with just HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then from there, started with Ruby on Rails. Then from there, became a Laravel developer. Did Laravel for mad years. Worked at e-commerce. Learned a lot from e-commerce. Then at some point, I said, I don't want to work for nobody. Quit that job. Did YouTube, right? Came to YouTube, bumped into CodingPhase.com. The idea of helping people out at a very affordable price. Did it for 3 years. Sacrificed myself to sit down in front of a computer, create all the courses that people needed, created it. That's it. I'm off that. I'm bored with it. Like, I have the courses there. You guys can sign up. I keep adding more courses, but that's not my main focus. Now, it's 3 years later. I've been doing it for 3 years. Now, I want to elevate. I want to go and challenge myself to something that I haven't done. Create a digital agency, having software as a service, right? And then, who knows? I might do this for another 5 years. Find success in it. Once I find success, put that shit on the bucket list. That's it. Move on. Maybe hop on to the next thing. Real estate. Maybe hop on to having the Dunkin' Donuts, the McDonald's, franchising. You want to elevate. So don't worry about what's going to happen in 10, 15 years. You probably not going to be coding in 10, 15 years. You're going to want to do something else. Joe, how to make a how to Google course. CodingPhase football club. So the Google's key in reading documentation. Yep. Yeah, you need JavaScript. You need JavaScript, guys. Some people think, like, when I created that video of the MERN stack, it was more to tell people, like, hey, like, look for the jobs that are in your area. Most likely, you're going to get more jobs with PHP, MySQL, C Sharp, SQL Server, Azure, etc., instead of focusing on the MERN stack when there probably is no jobs for you and no opportunities for you as a junior developer. But that you need JavaScript, of course you need JavaScript. I never said that don't use JavaScript. It's impossible to not use JavaScript. Everything that we do in the front end nowadays is done with JavaScript. Let me see. Nonstop Dre. Next Billy Ray video. How to use your brain. Google. It's true. Just started a full stack bootcamp without knowing anything about coding. Love your content. Any advice where I should start applying? I just start with Node.js. I would say just try to see what type of jobs are in your area, man. I'm not gonna continue saying the same thing, but it's pretty much the same thing. Find out what jobs are in your area. Like, you could learn with whatever language it is. So, like, let's say, for example, you can learn with JavaScript, Python, Ruby, whatever it is. But you gotta be conscious that you're here to get a job. So if you're not learning the things that is gonna get you into a job easier, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. Now, if you're learning Node.js, learn web development with Node.js. But soon as you understand the concepts of web development, look in your area. Hey, if there's PHP jobs, more PHP jobs and more opportunities there, learn PHP. If there's more opportunities C Sharp, learn C Sharp. If there's more opportunities with Python, learn Python. Like, make your decisions not on what you like and what you prefer, but on what the market is actually offering. Okay? CodingPhase, new people to coding, have no idea what it takes, what it was like 10 years ago trying to get information before Google. Yep. There's going to be times where you just troubleshooting and surfing all over the web. Yep. I know JavaScript is not like I completely skipped it. Okay, cool. CodingPhase, hey Joe, finally be able to comment. Been listening to you tonight on the train on the way home. Hey, nice. Also, the machines aren't gonna come up with the ideas. That's the whole different thing. Yep. Machines do what they are programmed to do. Exactly. Exactly. They'll create a beautiful to-do app. They're not creating the next Facebook or Amazon. Yeah, because you need to have the ideas. Like we might have tools that machine learning is gonna make our lives easier. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna replace anything. Reading. We're gonna become touch developers. Hey, I'm a senior touch developer. Oh man, people leave Fang after 2, 3 years. Yep. People want to get into Fang just to because they can start a YouTube channel by quitting their job. I mean, there's a lot of people. It's a lot of hustles, man. Again, like I said, when I came into this game to YouTube, I came because I wanted to see somebody like myself on YouTube. That's it. It sounds arrogant. Might sound arrogant. I wanted to see somebody like myself on YouTube. To this day, I still haven't seen nobody like myself on YouTube. The day that there's another Joe, another Terrell, another Brian, another whatever, right? That has the same mentality as me, that has, the same grind as me, that is, maybe has a certain personality or certain swagger, whatever, I'm out of YouTube. Like, I'm gone. I don't need to be here. But till that day, there's nobody like me here. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy that I enjoy my own live streams. There's days that I'm playing PlayStation 5 and I put my channel on and I enjoy it. Like, I just listened to the video that we did, the live stream that we did in front of the bank. And remember the lady came to the window like, hey, what you doing here? Like, I enjoyed that live stream. That live stream was lit. I'm just listening. I'm like, yo, I love that guy. Like, that guy is good. Like, straight up, it sounds cocky, sounds whatever, but it's true. I enjoy my own live streams. You know what I'm saying? This is why I created the YouTube channel, because I feel like it's needed. You need somebody like me in this game. It makes it different. It makes it interesting. It makes it fun. So many people, they're all boxed into a square, right? They're in a little cube and they don't get out of there. They're not comfortable in their own skin. They can't talk. They can't, just be themselves. Everything has to be about code. Everything has to be about programming. Everything has to be about the same shit. Or everything has to be like some type of motivational video. Like, I'm not trying to make motivational videos. Like, hey guys, I was homeless, and I remember I was homeless, and then one day I learned how to code. Somebody dropped the laptop from the top of the bridge, and I slept under the bridge, and they came and boop, it hit my head, and oh my god, I found the laptop. Like, I'm not trying to create motivational videos. I'm just sharing like my life. I don't wake up one day and be like, damn, today, what we need today? We need a motivational video with a nice slow music in the background. And like, nah, I'm just sharing the truth and coming in like, hey, I'm just having conversations. And if that motivates somebody, that motivates them. But I'm not waking up like, hey guys, you know what we need today? We need a motivational video. And little Joe was under a bridge. Huh? And a tablet and a laptop fell on his head. And he was homeless. And he picked up that laptop. And he said, thank you, God, for this laptop. You've taken care of me, God. You've given me the power to be able to learn how to code. Like, now I'm not waking up like that, bro. Like, I don't wake up to come up with some fucking motivational things and stuff like that. Like, that shit's corny. Like, I find it corny. I find it corny when I'm like, yo, like, you don't need to do that. Like, how about you just be yourself and share your story? Like, hey, what happened? Like, man, I was here, da da da. I was homeless at one point, and I just decided, you know what? It would be cool to learn how to code. That's it. You don't need to come up with a whole scenario of like, a petty thing, or like, nah, bro. What backend technologies do you think is best for Shopify app development? I would recommend doing PHP Laravel because the applications is super quick to get done. Like right now, I'm just like I'm zooming through apps right now. Super easy. Like you create one, and then everything else is just copy and paste. Let's see, bet 100. The lady from the bank. YouTube without Joe is useless for me. Facts. That was a funny day. Yeah, man. Hey, you waiting on somebody? Yo, for yo, for real. That's like right now. I'm in my driveway. Imagine somebody, one of my neighbors comes like, "You okay, Joe?" Like I'll tell them straight up, like, "Bro, are you bugging?" Like I would never go and knock on nobody's car, nobody's window, nobody nothing. Like that's not my business. I got shit to do. Why do I need to go and talk to somebody about why they parked? Like Chris Sean. I'm not talking about Chris Sean. I'm talking about overall. This is done everywhere. We're talking about everybody. Like I'm not talking about Chris Sean, guys. Chris Sean, that's my friend. Um, I'm just saying overall, like there's people that I feel like people are just not genuine. People are just not like they're overproduced. You get what I'm saying? Like I think that's what makes me different and makes me special. I'm not overproduced. I'm not trying to do something professional, what quote unquote professional, and and sound professional. I'm not trying to do that. Like you could read and see. I'm just trying to be myself and have fun with this thing and help people out. The day you see that damn Joe got a whole team, he got a whole studio set. Like, yo, walk away. You were like, yo, that's it. He sold out. Like, walk away. Be like, yo, Joe, we need the ghetto curtain back. Like, that's what we here for. You know? That's like that dude. He's like, yo, Joe, we need a better background. I was like, bro, I'm not giving you a better background. You getting what's inside of my office. That's the background. It's my office. What you want me to do? To put purple lights and put the LED lights and have like a little cloud hanging from the roof and have maybe a plant in the corner. I'm not a plant type of dude. You get what I'm saying? Like what you want me to give you like a set, make a set for you? Nah. These other deaf YouTube channels be reaching. Yo, from hitchhiker to developer. Yeah, some dudes they be too much, man. Like yeah, nah, and that's why shout out to Dreaded Death. I wish he would have stayed, man. Joe, when you say people are overproduced, you from New York too. We got a word for those type of people. We call them fake. Nah, man, I don't know if they're fake, but they just too overproduced. Like it's not genuine. You get what I'm saying? Like like that's like when you go to Instagram and there's a girl that has like 20 filters on. There's a filter for her lips. There's a filter for her eyes. That's not genuine. That's not real. It's the same thing here on YouTube. Like some guy comes in and was like, "Hey man, got the perfect lighting, the perfect this and that, perfect camera, B-roll, and this and that." I don't have time to be doing none of that stuff. I'm actually working here. I'm actually coding. I'm actually doing things. Like there's days I'm like, I don't know how people have time for those things when if you're working, if you're actually coding, you don't have time for all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's not what I do. My main income is not YouTube. Like to me, I'm like, I don't know. But that's another another conversation. Yeah, I like Dreaded Death. I saw, matter of fact, I saw that there was a GoFundMe for him or something like that. Somebody sent it to me because yo, it's crazy, but this is why Dreaded Death should come back, because not for nothing, we're talking about 3-4 years later, people are still bringing him up. That's like right now, I disappear, people probably still talk about me like 5 years later. Like, damn, I remember when Joe was around. Da da da. He made an impact. You know what I'm saying? He made an impact on people. There's a couple of people that, they might have 100,000, 200, 500,000 subscribers. They disappear. We'll be like, all right, so we're on to the next guy with the nice editing style and the nice little tutorials. On to the next one. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody could do the same thing. But a guy like Dreaded Death and myself, I feel like it's people that they disappear. You be like, damn, what happened to them? It's like certain things that they have, that they bring, certain things that they bring to the community that's different. That, you know, it's like a Traversing Media. Traversing Media leaves for a year. People will be like, damn, they're worried. They're like, damn, what happened to Traversing? You know? Look at the New Boston. The New Boston hasn't been around for like 4 years. Dude pops up, everybody start losing their mind. They're like, damn, the New Boston is back. It's people that do impact. So that, some people want to say, Joe arrogant, Joe this and that. Joe, it's not that, bro. I'm just being myself. The day I'm not here, you're going to miss me. You're going to be like, damn, what happened to Joe? What happened to the Ghetto Curtain? What happened to the Blicky? You know what I mean? Like people's going to be like, yo, what happened to that dude, man? People still be asking 4 or 5 years later, damn, I remember Joe was talking about Shopify. I don't know what happened after that. He disappeared. Yeah. People will still be asking, you know? James, he just came back to sell his new cryptocurrency. I don't know. Shout out to the New Boston. I don't know why he left. I don't know. That project to me, I don't think it's worth me leaving YouTube for 4 years. Like, it's a cool project. Is it gonna change the world? I don't know. I don't think so. You know. But also too, he probably caking. I think he make like, he got like 1 million views every single month, regardless, because he did a lot of content, and that's something that sometimes you go and work hard, and then you just enjoy the benefits of it at the end. You get what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. And I think that's what he did. He worked hard for a lot of years, and then at the end he said, you know what, I want to do something else. I want to do something that I'm gonna have fun with. Yeah, no, I'm not leaving YouTube, bro. I'm not leaving YouTube until I see the changes that need to be done here on YouTube. You know what I mean? When we start seeing more blacks and Latinos getting, you know, getting some high numbers, people are following them, people are supporting what they do, people are putting them on list, like, then we'll say, okay, cool, we did our job. You know what I mean? That's it. And that's like right now, I got the thing where I said, I want to get 12 people, 12 YouTubers, beginners, to help them out and get them in the game, to bring the real YouTubers in, bring the people that's really, coding and programming, the guys that's coming in here without a second thought. They're not coming in here, hey, let me go on YouTube to sell a course and to be able to quit my job because I don't want to be coding no more, so I want to go create a YouTube channel. Like, nah. Like, let's bring in the guys that really love doing this. Let's bring the guys that are beginners, that are getting in the game. Master the Match says, okay, so you're never leaving? Nah, I think. Let me see. Back holding. Joe, what happened to Joe and his Mac in the back holding the plate? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know about no Jarvis, man. God bless Jarvis, but again, he just wanted to be a YouTuber, and you know what I mean. He wanted to be a YouTuber, and that's it. There's people that do that. There's a lot of people. It's like I was talking about it the other day when I said, hey, pretty soon we're gonna see whoever failed in whatever they're doing, they're gonna come to the YouTube community and do web development and programming and software engineering. So if you was a failed gamer, a Twitch streamer, a failed Instagrammer, right? A failed YouTuber, you could come here to this community. People will give you love, people will subscribe to you, and then you will use the community for getting you to the next place where you want to get, which is throwing, creating jokes or, freaking telling sad stories about you and your family, or, hey, uh, my wife left me. Hey, uh, they ran a train on my girlfriend and she ain't use protection. Like you're gonna have guys like that is not really here for the programming or for coding, or even like they wanted to do this. It's like they don't want to do this shit. This is not what they wanted to do, but they're using the community to be able to bring the numbers in, and then once they got their numbers up, then they'll do the thing that they failed at in other situations. Then they become gamers. Then they become guys who do sketch shows. Then they become freaking guys doing magic tricks and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like yo, I couldn't get on the magic trick algorithm, right? And then now let me go into YouTube and talk about programming. And then once I get 100 or 200,000 subscribers or whatever, I'll just switch my content and start making magic tricks and how to disappear $1. You know what I mean? Like yo. Like look, yo, word, like looping third, tone it down, Joe. It's true. It's true. My fault, Lupin. I was getting into old Joe. That's old Joe. Joe's not like that no more. But you see, this is what makes this channel special, because we crack jokes at shit that you know other YouTubers that do programming, like they're not gonna talk about this type of things, or they're not gonna laugh about these things that people do, like because we see the comedy in it. We see like the funny shit that happens in the game. You know, some people might like it. Some people might be like, "Damn, this is too raw for me. I ain't I ain't come here to get uh the rundown on the train." You know what I mean? But that's the truth. It's not me who created that content. It's other people that created that content. I'm just freaking putting it out there like, yo, this shit is crazy. People come in here like, hey guys, this is how you become a developer. A year and a half, 2 years later, it's like, hey guys, they ran a train on my girlfriend and they sent her back stretched out. Like, like what? Like now you're getting a million views on a video. Like, hey, the simp special. Like, yo, my God, yo, people are crazy, bro. But again, I'm the crazy one. When people come in, they be like, yo, Joe's crazy. I'm like, nah, bro. People are crazy here. Like, yeah. How much, let me see, how much do you make on Shopify themes, Joe? Currently, right now, we are still building Shopify themes. I'm just focusing on the Shopify apps because it's more profitable. Like, let's say for somebody maybe like yourself, master of the mash, you might go in and say, okay, cool, I might not have right now the budget to focus on something, on a project that's going to be long term. I want to make a quick $2,000 today, right? Or this month, right? Then creating themes might be more profitable, right? But for me, I like to work on projects that are long term. So you see, like this month, we got one of the applications that reached a hundred, 100 stores that are using it. Now, that's at $10 a pop. That's $1,000. Okay. Now, long term, that application, it could get to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Right now, it's about promoting it, creating a YouTube channel for it, creating tutorials, letting people know, hey, use this. Going to Facebook groups, telling people, hey, hey, when they ask, oh, how do you do this thing? What's the best application for for having policies and this and that? Then right there, I just posted up the link, like, hey, check out my application. That's what we do. Da da da. There's a 7-day free trial. Da da da, etc. And then now it's just sharing it, putting it on Quora when people are asking that question. Go in there, comment, and say, hey, you should check out this application. Da da da. Right? Promotion. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that same application that just got 100, we might have 3,000, 4,000 users. Now at $10, how much is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm focusing so much on Shopify apps. I still gotta go and create some themes, because we're also gonna offer that in my agency. But right now, I'm focusing on the thing that's gonna really pay me off long term, because I know how things work. It's like, sorry, I always bring up CodingPhase, but CodingPhase is a perfect example of how things work. Like, something might not be profitable in the beginning, but then with time, you keep working on it, keep working on it, keep working it. With time, it stacks up, and then you can make some profit from it. And then that will be more consistent than you selling just one theme. Um, at the same time, it's the same thing with my niche websites. My niche website, the first one that I did, only made $30. But I knew that, hey, if I was able to make $30 with time, as I continue to grow and promote it and get it out there, it was gonna continue to start building up. And then at some point, all of my different niche websites that I had, were making like $18,000. On the lowest end of the niche website is $12,000. I just recently sold one of them for $100,000. That's like I cashed out on it, but I cashed out on it before it went bust, because I wasn't creating content for it. So then I had to sell it, because if not, the traffic was going to continue to go down. Somebody got to update it. You know what I mean? So then I sold it. Same thing with um defoutlet.com. So defoutlet.com, I was getting a lot of traffic. I was getting a lot of people in there. So then one guy who also sold like t-shirts for like programming t-shirts and programming hats and things like that, he was selling on Facebook. He made me the offer. He said, hey, I'll buy you your website for $60,000, and I sold it, right? But to me, you see what I'm saying? Like, those type of projects that are long term, it pays more than me working on something that I could get paid today. So that's why I'm not focusing that much on themes. But for, like, let's say a junior developer, somebody who needs money now, they could start with the themes. It's like, I know Middle Eastern dudes got crazy jokes that we might, I don't know. So Joe, these days you recommend getting started in niche websites or just going Shopify route? It's up to you. It depends on what you want to do. Because the niche websites, right? Niche websites is something that anybody can do, right? You don't need to know full stack. You don't need to be like really good with programming or anything, right? If you want to get into Shopify apps, you need to be full stack developer. You can't get in there by just saying, "Oh, I know a little bit of React." Like, nah, you gotta know the whole stack. If you want to get into themes, you gotta know the front end. But to create a niche website, like you could open up a website, go to WordPress.com or WordPress.org, install it in your shared hosting website, create some content for it. You know, it could be talking about PlayStation 5, for example. You could review the controllers, you could review the game, you could review whatever, put an affiliate link, and you could get paid. Within some months, okay, or maybe a month if you really go hard, you got 30 pages, you apply to Google AdSense, and that's it. They approve you. Now you're getting paid from the advertising. So that's something that you could do it without having to even know how to code, you know? But it's just, that's why I just put it up there. I put all of these things that I've done at different levels of my career to make money. So like that, you could decide on what level you're on. Like right now, one guy, I've seen this done too, like on my Shopify apps course, right? There's a guy that he told me on an email, he said, "Joe, I already know how to code. I already, I've been following you for years. I've been watching you, right? I like what you preach out here, what you talk about. You entertain me, you motivate me, etc. I'm really interested in learning Shopify app development. And you know what? This is the first time that I'm going to sign up to one of your courses. And I'm going to take it, right? He already know how to code. He already works as a developer. So now what he wants to do is make some extra income by, getting into the Shopify game. So he's just buying the course directly. You get what I'm saying? But he's at that level of, I know the full stack. I understand it, you know? So if you just a beginner, if you're trying to get a job, shit, HTML email developer. If you're just a beginner and you still want to get some extra money, shit, niche websites. You know what I mean? Like everything is there for whatever situation or whatever level you're in. How much easier is WordPress than React? React it's simple. If you know JavaScript, React is real simple. WordPress could be a little bit more complicated. I mean, WordPress development, but I don't know, man. We could say they're both the same as far as like difficulty. Um, Cutscenes. Why advertisers choose you? Do they have access to viewers analytics? What do you mean by that? Can you start learning Shopify apps as a beginner? Yes, because if you look at the whole curriculum that I have there, I'm teaching you to become a full stack developer, right? You have everything: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. Like I'm teaching you everything to become a full stack developer. And then at the end, I give you the Shopify apps, right? On how to build them. So, yes, you could go and start from a beginner stage all the way to becoming a Shopify app developer. Everything is there. If you look at the career path, you look at it in order, every single thing is going in from very, very beginning all the way to a more complex, JavaScript, and then from there, PHP, and then Node.js, and all of those things that we go into. CodingPhase, why advertisers choose? I don't know. I read that already. Joe, how many niche websites do you recommend to make per month? It depends. Like if you have like knowledge about finance, stocks. Like right now, Tesla stocks is really hot. Like if you could create a blog that talks about Tesla, you can make a lot of money, right? You can make money from Stash. You can make money from Robinhood. You can make money from the advertisers. You can make money from other stock guys that are like experts that they'll pay you to become an affiliate. So you could go in and say, hey, I'm gonna write all about stocks and Tesla stocks and cars and whatever, or create some type of tool that compares Tesla cars with other electric vehicles, etc. Right? You could create something like that, and you could get paid from the advertisement. You could get paid from the affiliates. You could get paid from everything, from every single thing. That whole ecosystem. You get what I'm saying? Cutscenes, yeah, but advertisers don't go into Mercedes. Um, yeah, but advertisers don't go into zero viewers, viewer websites. How do they know if a website has viewers or not? There's a lot of ways. You could go to similar tech, or is it no, similarweb.com. You can search similarweb.com and they'll give you a rundown of like, how much traffic a website is getting, you know. But also too, advertisers don't have to choose anything. So like let's say for example, you're writing about electric vehicles, right? You already got approved. You did like 20 articles. You got approved by Google AdSense. You don't have to talk to an advertiser. Like Google already knows your website. And then when people go in and say, hey, I want to go and bid for websites that talk about electric vehicles, right? Or Tesla, let's say the Tesla killer car, or uh, whatever it might be, whatever keyword might be, they'll bid for it. So like let's say Ford is coming out with an electric vehicle. BMW is coming out with an electric vehicle. They both are bidding on coming up on your website because your website has the viewers that are interested in those type of cars. So they'll pay $25, $60, $30, whatever it might be, for that viewer to click on their ads and then go try to buy a car. Again, how do you get viewers to your website? Go to CodingPhase.com, go to the Six Figures course. All of that information is in there. Now, I could tell you right now, straight up, it's just promotion. Like, how do I have CodingPhase.com getting like 10,000 unique visitors per day? How? Talking to you guys, and then at the end say, hey guys, check out my website, CodingPhase.com. Every single video that I create is not viral, it's not popular, but is videos that people are searching for. Not because I plan it, not because of anything, it's just things that people are interested in. It's like right now, people are interested in Shopify. If you type on YouTube and you type CodingPhase, right? You'll see that it'll tell you all of the things that people are actually searching for. And you'll see CodingPhase, Shopify, CodingPhase, Portfolio, CodingPhase, Live, CodingPhase, um, freaking jobs, CodingPhase, courses. So that's what people are searching for when they searching for CodingPhase. But what if the person is searching for um, how to get hired as a junior developer? My video pops up. One of my videos, it could be any of them, right? Might have the same title, the same information. Google says, hey, this video is what the person is looking for. And then now it shows up on the search results. Then from there, they click on the video, they watch it. I tell them, hey, check out CodingPhase.com. CodingPhase.com is a niche website. Everything that I do on CodingPhase.com is literally the same strategies that I use for every other niche website. You get what I'm saying? YouTube is the perfect way to get traffic to any website. That's why with my Shopify apps, I'm creating tutorials and videos for every single app. Like my plan is to have 5 to 10 videos per application. So when people come in and say, hey, what's the best application for policies? For, like, let's say terms of service or policy refunds or things like that, right? My application shows up. When they search, how do you do UTM tags on Shopify? My application shows up with a video, me explaining how to use it, what it does, right? Now, you might say, okay, but those videos are not going to go viral. Those videos are not going to become huge. No, they're not going to become huge. They're like a page that's created just for that viewer, so he could know about that service that we have. And then click on that description. Now, it might not be a lot. Each of those videos might have maybe 5, 10 different people that's watching them per day. It's not going to be a video that's going to go viral. It's not going to be something that's going to be popular. But what does that do? That brings 5 to 10 people to my application every day. And if we go in and say, hey, 1 to 3% of people is going to sign up, if those videos get 100 views a day, that means that every single day, 1 person, 2 persons signs up to that service. It's the same thing like CodingPhase. Again, I bring always CodingPhase to you guys, not to be like, oh, CodingPhase, like F CodingPhase. But you gotta learn from these things. These things that I'm telling you guys is like real stuff that's gonna be super valuable to you guys, so you could really understand how to market something. CodingPhase.com, right? It's a website. So service is on each website. But because I've created so many videos that I provided value, and when I go and say, hey, check out CodingPhase.com, I don't care if nobody signs up, or I don't care if, like, right now we could be here chilling, we got 84 people. Nobody here is going to sign up to CodingPhase. But you know what? This video is going to be here for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. And every single day, 20 people come in and watch this video. Shit, you know what? Somebody might say, you know what? Let me go give this a try. He reminded me of CodingPhase.com. Let me go check it out. Now, for the next 2 years or whatever long the video stays on YouTube, people is going to go and go try the website. If they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, they cancel and they refund. That's it. But the traffic is always coming in. Now, one of the main reasons why, people be like, damn, Joe, why you always get mad when, all this stuff about people, when they take your content and this, and that. And that was something too that somebody posted on Reddit, which is like, oh, this guy's always saying that, like, people are copying what he's doing, this and that. And it's true. People do copy it. But my biggest problem with it is that I come up with content, I come up with things that takes time. And then people use what's already working for my channel and they reuse it for their channel. Now, what does that do? That comes in and replaces my video, and then it brings my video down to like number 20 or number 30. Right? So by doing that, then that's also hurting my traffic to CodingPhase.com. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of my biggest issues, is like, if they created their own content, they wouldn't be able to replace my video. But if you create the same video with the same content and the same title, then YouTube says, oh, this is the newest video of this topic, and they replace my video. But again, those are things that happen on YouTube, okay? because this is like a business for people. They have no heart, no morals, no nothing. But yeah, so that's how it is. That's how you get traffic to your website. You know what I mean? And it's just like a niche website too, like a blog. If you write a blog about a certain topic every single time, most people, what they're doing is they're looking at blog posts that are working, that are successful, that has gotten views, or getting getting that number 1 spot on YouTube, or getting that number 1 spot on Google, and then they come in and they try to copy it and they're replacing it. But then that hurts the business, because then now that content that they created, that they spent time to do, you know, they go in and they get replaced. That's why, if you guys know about this, there's a thing called what is it, DMCA, that you could go and report people. Now, nobody has done it here on YouTube. I mean, some people have done it, that they'll go in and it's like a copyright strike, basically. DMCA. If somebody creates a certain type of content and the content is too similar to the other person, somebody could go in and put in a DMCA. You know, I don't do it, because here on YouTube, that's like suicide. Like, that's like killing your channel automatically, right? Like, you just have to take it, right? People come in, take the ideas, but in blogs, you cannot do that. Like, if somebody writes an article about a certain thing and is almost verbatim that they take the content, you could do a DMCA takedown, and you take down their blog post. You say, hey, you can't do this. You can't come in and respin my work. And like that, that's how you protect your intellectual right. But that's writing. For video, they don't have that. Yeah, plagiarism too. Joe, you doing any Christmas discount for 6-figure bundle Shopify course? I'll drop a bag on those. Yeah, it should be something. Email me. Tell me how much you got. How much you want it for. Now, of course, don't be like, yo, I got $5 on me, bro. Like, the crackhead prices. Like, I try to help everybody out, bro. But don't try to play me either, CodingPhase, do you have your niche sites on a personal AdSense account or LLC? Have you been able to keep your sites? Yeah, I have 2 accounts. I have one personal account, which is my name, and another one, which is through a LLC. Yeah, Dark Knight's crazy. He's like, yo, I got one of your courses in one ear and live streaming in another. You're bugging, bro. Yo, man. You're crazy. Can you start learning Shopify? Can I? Yeah, we went over that, man. Dark Knight's like, I am bugging. Yo, man, you crazy. Yeah, man. So that's how it is. So if you want to get traffic to your website, there's a million ways. I actually go into all of those things in the 6-figure bundle. There's so many different ways of getting traffic. Like right now, a really good way is Pinterest, and nobody's really talking about it. But Pinterest, the majority of people that's on Pinterest is women and gay dudes. So if you have, and that's true, if you have like some type of like a product or some type of thing that you want women or gay folks to see, you go on Pinterest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are like, Pinterest? I never use that shit. What is that shit? Yeah, that's for women and gay dudes, man. That's where they put in all of their little mood boards and little things like that. That's where they get ideas from things. My wife uses it. A lot of people uses it, but most guys, we're not on freaking or no Pinterest. But they have a thing now where you can make money. You can even make money just by reposting other pictures. Because the way how Pinterest works is you go in and you find a picture in a website. Then you could go and share that picture on Pinterest, and people give it likes, people put it in their mood boards, people do this and that. Now, if that picture gets a lot of like retweets or like reposted, then you get paid because they used it. But then not only that, then you could go and create a account where you just curating certain things. Like let's say you like anime. You could go ahead and create a Pinterest account that's just about anime, like nice bubbly pictures, whatever it is, and you're getting paid when people watch the the picture, which is not even yours, right? You just sharing it. But then at the same time, now you could also go and it's like you're an influencer, right? Now somebody comes in and say, "Hey, I'm dropping my new DVD. I got a new anime. I want to pay you $500 for you to post it." So then now you could go and post it in there, and you get paid for that. And then you get paid from when people view the picture from Pinterest. And then you could also get paid from like, let's say you have your own products, like say affiliate marketing or things like that. Like let's say, oh, like Gundams, right? So in Amazon you could buy Gundam models. So you could go and sell, not sell, but promote Gundam models inside of your Pinterest. And then you get paid for that. You get what I'm saying? Like there's a million ways, bro. And then on top of that, you could have a website that you don't have to tell anybody that you own it, right? Because this is what happens a lot of time. You go in and you be like, oh, I'm sharing this picture from this website. But nobody knows that you own that website. So now you're sharing is like you're promoting a website that nobody knows that is yours. It's like right now, like I could be here and say, hey guys, go to CodingPhase.com, go check out this and that. A lot of people won't sign up to CodingPhase.com because they know it's mine. It's like a lot of YouTubers, when I come in, I tell them, hey man, you should become an affiliate to CodingPhase.com. Even though they can make way more money, they won't do it because they know it's mine. But if I had a random dude that was like doing the courses or doing whatever, and nobody knew that CodingPhase was mine, and I was just talking about, hey guys, CodingPhase, go check out this website. It's a great website, da da da, right? Nobody knows that shit is mine. More people will sign up to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, so in reality, if you use something like Pinterest or Instagram, any of this platforms, bro, even Spotify right now, you can make money on Spotify. You could go and be a curator and create a playlist. Okay, there's a website where people will pay you to go, to go in and get, get their music inside of your playlist. You got 100,000 listeners, 200,000 listeners. People will pay you $500, $1,000 every single song that you put. So imagine if you go in and you put in 10 songs a month. That's $10,000. There's a hustle online on anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just about knowing how the internet works. Let's see. By not putting your name or saying you explicitly own it. It's true. Guilty of using Pinterest or backs into bushes. Oh man. Jonas, like, yo, there's some fire web development infographics on Pinterest. now everybody's feeling suspect right now. They're like, yo, hold on. I know that that was just for girls and gay dudes. Dudes is going into the bushes like, yo, hold on, Joe. Don't categorize all of us in that. Oh man. Nah, but it's true. Like that's where, like, if you really want to target that audience of women and gay dudes, like, they're all in there. Because there's a lot of people that share their content in there. So if that's like the target that you want to reach, that's the perfect place. So I can see. Let me see, Joe. When do you think it's time to start an LLC? I got a business EIN set up under my full name, ready to use. How long till you set up business bank accounts, LLC, etc.? Um, it depends. Like, you don't need to. You could do a sole proprietor and put everything under your name. Because technically, this is another thing that a lot of people don't talk about. All of this goes under your name regardless. Like when you fill up your taxes, I forgot what's the name. I think it's like a K tax form or something like that. Um, I forgot the name of it, but all of that goes under your own personal taxes. It's just when you have an LLC, it's a different entity. So technically, all of that goes under you, anyways. Now, if you have a different type of corporation, which is not a S corp, then that's a whole different way of filling out taxes. That's like, let's say, if Walmart or Target goes and fills out their taxes, when they fill it out, Walmart is a complete different entity on its own. And then there's owners who are, or shareholders, whatever, that get certain percentage of whatever it is, da da da, and it funnels down like that. But it's completely different than an S corp. So all of that's gonna go under your taxes regardless. It's just separated. It's just separated and taxed differently. So like, let's say you could have a LLC, which is just um for your own protection. So when you open up a LLC, you could open up a bank account. So like, let's say, for example, you open up this business bank account and you sell something to somebody, right? You're selling products. That person goes and I don't know, one of the products that you sold them that came from China had freaking lead paint, for example, right? You didn't know that shit had lead paint, but now they're suing you because you sold it to them. But now they're trying to get into your pockets. Let's say you got $500,000, you got $200,000, you got $100,000, you got $5 in your pocket. They're trying to go into your pocket, right? So when they're trying to go into your pocket, they can't go into your pocket because what they did business with was Lil Billy's shop. So now they got to go into the pockets of that entity. So on your bank account, they can't touch it, but they could touch the bank account of your business. So that protects you from them to go in and say, hey, well, my kid got, I don't know, got dun problems now because of your lead paint. And then I want you to sell your house and give me whatever you have in your pocket, plus your house and your cars and this, and that, and your stocks options and all this shit. You're going to have to pay me because my kid became a dun because of you, right? Now, they can't do that. They could go and sue the business, and then what you do is like, okay, cool, we're gonna take care of this person. And whatever your business is worth, then they could go and touch that. That's why some people just say, okay, cool. So now that shit goes bankrupt. So it goes bankrupt, and then now you don't have to pay for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, or you could pay for it or by portions, but your own things that you have in your pocket, they can't touch it. That's like when I don't know if you remember when 50 Cent got sued. 50 Cent is a business. Curtis Jackson is the individual. Curtis Jackson could have $50 million in his pocket. Curtis Jackson don't got to pay for what 50 Cent did. You know what I'm saying? You suing 50 Cent. 50 Cent only got $200,000 in his pocket. He'll give you $200,000. You want $7 million? Nah, he could only give you $200,000 because that's what's in the 50 Cent bank account. You know what I'm saying? That's what LLC does. It protects you from that and allows you to create your own business account. Again, I can't come in here. Everything that I'm telling you is hoodnomics. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you hoodnomics right now. There's better people that can explain this to you. I'm giving you hoodnomics so you could break it down. And I'm just dumbing something that's complicated, really, into a couple of sentences that make sense. But then from there you have an S corp. Now an S corp is different because an S corp you could go and pay yourself a payroll. So let's say, for example, you don't want to deal with having to pay taxes quarterly and you want to pay yourself as an employee. So let's say you have $100,000 that's coming in, right? Now you could pay yourself $50,000 and you paying, like, let's say you pay ADP the $50,000, right? ADP writes you a check, like an official check, just like how when you work at a company, it's like you're working for your own company. You get a check, and every single month they withhold your taxes and they pay your taxes for you. They pay your state tax, your federal tax. They pay everything from unemployment, the whole shebang, right? Now, let's say you wanted to do I forgot the name of the official name for it, but it's like you want to pay yourself a bonus. Now, you could dip into your bank account for your business and take out that money, and that money you don't have to pay taxes on. That bank account that you took that bonus from, you don't have to pay taxes on. So you already gained your money, your $50,000, but then you could also dip into there for another $25,000 that you don't have to pay taxes on. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing. But yeah. Yeah, so that's how it is. Again, there's a lot of different things. Screw economics. Economics sounds more interesting. Majors. Oh my god, bro. I gotta go. But that's what I'm saying. See, this is why this channel's cool, man. This channel, I enjoy this channel. Like, I enjoy this community. There's a couple of dweebs here and there, you know, they're trying to change us. But at the end of the day, man, we have fun with this channel. And it's informative. Like, because all these things that I'm talking about, nobody told me before, right? Nobody talked to me about this shit. If I would have known and somebody would have broke it down for me back in the days, it would have been nice. Now, at least some of you guys that maybe never heard of any of these things, you know, it's like this car, like, you know, somebody said, damn, Joe, why didn't you buy this car cash? I could have bought it cash, but you know what? I'm not. Because at the end of the day, I could put all of this, the whole payment, which is $1,455, that I just put it straight through my company. And I don't have to pay anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really my company. Like, you look at the paperwork, like, I'm a driver. Like, like, this car is under CodingPhase LLC, and I'm just a designated driver. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm assigned as a driver, like an Uber driver. Like when you go to, like when you go to like a taxi company, there's a car. There's a car that they assign you, and when they assign you that car, that's not your car. That's under the company. But it just happens that the company's my company. So it's like there's benefits to it. You get what I'm saying? That's like when this guy, what's his name? Grant Cardone. People be like, oh man, Grant Cardone got a $50 million airplane. It's like, Grant Cardone is like, that's not my airplane. That's the Grant Cardone, the Cardone Financial whatever's airplane. I just happen to use it. You know? So that's just how it is. It's the same thing as my crib. That's one thing that I slacked on my crib. I should have put my crib under my company. But I didn't have it set up at the time, like properly here in Florida. So that's why I didn't set it up like that. But my next house that I'm buying, I'm putting it under my company. So everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stacks up. My freaking, my pool's freaking making noise. My wife texts me. She's like, yo, the pool's making noise. And it's because I had the heater on. I had the heater on for so long that the heater on the pool, that the water evaporated. So now I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you, let me see if you guys can see it. You see that? All that smoke? I overdid it. So now the pool's like, yo, all the water is being evaporated, bro. Now I gotta turn on the water in the middle of the night. But yeah, it's just like little shit like that, hoodnomics, that I wish somebody would have taught me, you know. I'll try to teach it to you guys. Tuesday is like, yeah, I'm guilty of using Pinterest. Yeah, I know a dude put all his money in LLC so he can dip on child support. I don't got no money. The company got that shit. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, and I could write off a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things that I'm writing off. It's like also too, like, what else I'm writing? Like when you first buy a house, right? There's a thing called a homestead, right? So this house, one of the main reasons why I also bought it was because it does have a homestead. A homestead allows you to write off up to $50,000. So let's say, for example, you buy a house, like you, whatever, you move in, you live there for a year, and let's say that year you had to go in and pay $80,000 in taxes, for example, 80,000. Now, because you have a homestead, you don't have to pay no $80,000. You pay $30,000 because $50,000 of your home is a homestead. So it's like a deduction. So there's like so many different ways, you know. But again, there's a lot of ways of doing, you know. doing this taxes things. It's just you got to do it the proper way and always pay your taxes. Don't try to scheme it. Don't be like, well, I'm not paying taxes. Doing a Wesley Snipes is like, I'm, I'm a Commonwealth. Like, yo, have you guys seen what's happening in New York City right now, where with the protests of like in Staten Island, like they told some dude like, yo, you gotta close down your your bar, and some dude was like, I'm not closing shit. This is this bar is in an autonomous zone. Like, yo, my dude, like that's not gonna work in New York. They do that shit in where was it, in Seattle or something like that, or it was in Portland. They did that. In New York, they don't play that game. They're like, yo, they smacked that dude up, got him out of there, locked him up. It's like, yo, what you mean autonomous zone? We don't even know what that means. Using big words. Yo, man, for real. Nah, there's people that were like, oh, I'm gonna be in an autonomous zone. I'm not gonna pay no taxes. What you mean? Saying I got pissed at Pete Davidson clowning that bar. Yeah, nah, people are crazy, bro. Like, you gotta know what you're doing. You can't go against the government. You gotta pay your taxes. You gotta be on top of your shit. And like, there's days I wanna freaking go crazy and buy some crazy shit, but I gotta keep that money there in the bank account because I don't know how much money I'm gonna have to pay at the end of the year. You know, the accounting is gonna tell me that. You know, I just keep it there, and then early January around there, that's when I really go and buy whatever the hell I want. But I don't play no games, man. I don't want to get. I ain't trying to get locked up for tax evasion. It's like, nah, you pay your taxes. Yeah, man. Street LLC. I'm reading JM. Yo, JM is funny, man. Why put your crib under your company? If they sue your company, won't they be able to take your car? But that's the thing. I have different companies. Like, I'm not putting it like it'll be like a different company. Like, I could have put it through another LLC. I'm not talking about. I'm not putting. Y'all think I'm putting everything in the same company? Nah, it's multiple companies that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, those is thinking it's like, well, Joe has one LLC and he just puts everything in there. Like, nah, I might do it. Now, again, why did I put the car under CodingPhase LLC? Because CodingPhase, you know, at the same time is also part of, um, like my agency. So when I go meet with different, like freaking clients, or when I meet up with one of you guys, a subscriber or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving in this car. If it's like earlier when somebody said, "Oh, I'm in Orlando, this and that," I say, "Hey, man, let me know. I'll drive over there." All that shit is going onto this car. You know what I mean? All those miles going to this car, and it's part of the business. But not everything is under the same LLC. That's why I was saying that if I go and I would have known all the things that I know now, I would have just opened up, another LLC and put the house under that LLC. And then I would have had other savings that I could have had. But again, this is the first time I'm buying a home. Like, what do I know? It's my first time. It's like I'm gonna do all the mistakes now, right? Even though I don't want to, but it's human nature. You make mistakes and then you learn from it. On the second house, you don't make those mistakes. Exactly. Exactly, Janaya. Exactly. What you thought? Like, we have to document it, because also too, you can't just be like, well, I got this car that is for the business, but I don't use it for the business. It's like, nah. If they do an audit, they could audit it. I'm like, hey man, this I do my interviews, I do my fucking live streams, I do my shit in my car. Like all of this is done in the car. You know what I mean? Like I work from the car, like straight up. It's like shout out to my boy Will Motivation. Will Motivation has three Lamborghinis. People think that he got those three Lamborghinis for just to stunt. And what people don't understand, he has other businesses that if he wasn't spending that money, he will have to go and pay it in taxes. So it's like, why would I pay that thing in taxes when I could be driving three Lamborghinis and use those three Lamborghinis to promote my business and promote my stuff, and then those are tax write off that I could go in and basically it's like it's coming out for free. Yeah, that's my homie. That's my homie with motivation. He's legit. That's the big homie, man. Non-stop Drake. Don't get Wesley sniped. Yep. Nah, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Cause I pay all my taxes. You know what I'm saying? It's just you gotta know how to do it. It's like I mean, look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump has 20 something years. He's only been paying like $700 in taxes, and he's like some people say, oh, he's broke. He's not broke. He's like rich broke. Like there's a big difference. It's like somebody could come in and be like, whoa, Joe, you're broke. I'm like, I'm middle class broke. You know what I mean? Like if I go broke, I'll be middle class broke. I'm not broke broke. You know what I mean? Like that's like somebody who goes and look at Donald Trump and like Donald Trump is broke. Donald Trump is broke to billionaires. Like he's broke to billionaires. But to the average person, he's a millionaire. Like that dude got bread. Like you can't deny that shit. You can't. There's a lot of shit that he does that you can't fake, like it or not. You know what I mean? He just don't have the money that he said he has. He says, "Well, I got $1 billion." You don't. You know, he might not have $1 billion. He might have some assets and things like that. Oh, I'm a billionaire. It's like, are you really? You're probably like 100, 200 millionaire. You get what I'm saying? But to people be like, oh, he's broke, and it's like he's broke to billionaires. To us, he's still a millionaire. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm gonna see you guys later, man. It's getting late and my phone about to die, so I'll definitely see you guys later. Let me see if I put some more water into this pool. I think I abused it with the heater. I put that shit too high and the water's just been evaporating. Oh man. I'm gonna see you guys later. All right, guys, take care. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for hanging out with me. Love you guys. Enjoy, the live streams and all the things that we do here, man. All right. Like I said from the beginning, I'm just a regular dude, man. Like, stop trying to put me into a higher standard that I don't want to be in. You know what I mean? Don't put me in no high standard. Keep my standards low, bro. Keep me in a very low standard. Have very low expectations of me. You know what I mean? Like don't be like, yo, what we got high expectations for Joe and he's supposed to be like this. It's like, nah, bro. I'm just like you. Don't put me on a fucking pedestal. Put me right here. Put me right next to you. Don't expect me to do something amazing. Don't expect me to do something different than what you do. You know, we have no standards here. Coding face. It's a symbol say we have no standards here at CodingPhase. Yo, for real. The League of Regular Web Dudes. Yep. I'm gonna see you guys later. Take care, guys.